Hello my people, welcome to Talk Show, and I'm your host Lovina Houston kama kawaida. Today we are in our episode 92, and today our title is Fashion Cycle. In Fashion Cycle, we have experts from different sectors in the fashion industry. I'm so excited to meet and hear what they have to say about the fashion cycle. Kama kawaida, tawapea chai and they'll start introducing themselves from the right.
My name is Alice Kioko. I'm a fashion merchandiser. I'm very excited for today's topic.
Hello, I'm Jean Trudy Tekla, a fashion designer in the fashion industry, and I'm so happy to be here.
Hello, thank you for having us here. I'm Cheriot Victorine, a fashion marketer.
Hello and how are you? I am Philemon Muremi, an expert in fashion.
Hello, my name is Millicent Sitachi, a fashion designer and a part-time model. Thank you for having me here.
So I'm so excited to have this team today, and I hope by the end of this podcast we'll have to know more about the fashion. I'm so excited to hear the trends in fashion, hizo mavazi majenzi wanavaa. Yeah, make us understand. You are expert, right? So what is fashion cycle? At least for our audience to know what you are talking about, and hii topic leo ya show ni ya gani. Unajua majenzi wamekaa hapo wanataka kusikiza. So what is fashion cycle?
Yeah, in my own words, I can say fashion cycle is just a repetition of maybe some fashions in which was used in the past years. Maybe for example, the baggy clothes. In tradition, they usually wear the baggy clothes, and nowadays they've come back to the markets.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So maybe somebody tell us what is this fashion cycle and how you understand it. What is fashion cycle?
I think fashion cycle is just the trends that come and go out of the market. Yeah, like Alice has said, for example, the bell bottoms, the baggy jeans, the oversized t-shirt. People used to wear them kitambo, and then they got like lost kidogo, but then now they're trending again. So I think that's the fashion cycle.
Wow. So I think by the end of this podcast, I'll have some different mentality about fashion cycle. About fashion.
Yeah.
Because meeting expert in this industry, I know I'll be having another way of how I'll be dressing. So maybe somebody tell us more about this fashion cycle.
As they say, fashion repeats itself. So when you look at the current generation, what we are wearing and what was worn far beyond or years back on our generation, some of the garments that were worn that particular time, they have been repeated now. They are on fashion on our particular generation this time.
Okay, Madam Lovena, I'm sorry, and just for me, I'll ask Tekla, you just say that fashion cycle, they tend to come, then they go air. What's the difference between the fashion fed and the fashion cycle?
I think
Because for me, I think the one you're explaining is fashion fed. You just said that it has, they come to market, but then they tend to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what's the difference between the fashion cycle and fashion fed?
For fashion cycle, a new style is introduced into the market, and then a lot of people will tend to buy it and then accept it. Like sasa itakuwa kila mtu have it, and then when a lot of people have it, now they get tired of it, and then it declines. You get? So it is introduced, and then it reaches a peak, and then it declines. For the fashion fed, I think it's just gonna be introduced, a style is introduced, and then just potea, just like that.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
No,
I think
and-
Now get the concept.
To add on her point, when we talk about a cycle, it means, according to me, when, for example, a garment or a shoe, I'll give you an example. Nike Air Force One.
Yeah, iko soko.
No, in simple terms, we can just say fashion cycle defines the lifespan
style.
of a style. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so as to my
Air
back to
Force
my
One.
example,
Yes.
Air Force One, there was the original one, and then after some time, the copyright came in.
Yes, the Bonoko one.
The Bonogo one now came in. So, in a fashion cycle, there is always that one original garment or shoe that is introduced, and then after it start rising, it is on the peak, and bounce now the duplicate now.
But do you think fashion industry is abused? In that, si kuna kwanga na hizi viatu za Nike, si ndio? Then you get, kuna mtu mwenye anatoa hizo viatu zimeandikwa kike. See, fashion is abused in that way.
Yeah.
Ama do you think is it a
I
positive?
think it's like another person trying to.
It is a way of
copy-paste.
making money.
Yeah.
It's a way of making money.
Yeah, it is a way of making money.
But imagine
Because
you're buying a knife,
yeah.
then unafika kwa nyumba unaangalia vizuri kike. Hata
because
unaogopa kutembea.
because there is that one client will not be able to afford that 20,000 shoe of that original Nike shoe.
But you can be able to afford.
Wanakuja
That 200
kutengeneza the affordable one.
Yes, that 200 shoe of Kike, you can be able to afford.
So, do we say that is also fashion cycle?
Yeah.
It is.
That is
Somehow.
fashion cycle.
Yes. Because the original one is introduced, and then another person copies and make a kike fashion of the Nike. Yeah.
That's bad.
For other people to afford.
Yeah.
Because maybe wengine ni expensive.
So, what do you think are some of the factors that affect the fashion cycle?
I think one of the factors is social factors like the influencers themselves.
What about the influencers? Tuko na ma celebrity wengi to mention ni nani
Kina
anacharaza
Steve-O,
fashion.
Like let's say is it the Avant?
Yes.
Yeah, we can say like these celebrities, tuseme kama the Steve-O Simple Boy, the guy from Miadarati. You see?
Yes.
Huyu jamaa anavaa vijiko like anakwanga tu
The other day he made a garment of, sorry to quote, but the underwears for the ladies.
But
Yeah,
this
so
man.
that's crazy.
So, can you say fashion cycle also initiates the creativity in a person?
Exactly.
And the ideology of his mind.
And
Yeah.
the abilities.
And the abilities to.
So, as the expert from the fashion industry, what are some of the garments that are in the fashion cycle and in the rise stage in the industry?
The mommy jeans. Yeah, they were worn there before, then now they are in their rise stage.
So, mmesema nivalie mami jeans kesho nikija show.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
The Gen Z people.
Yeah, the baggy t-shirts. Yeah, they
Vaa
are.
mami jeans, unavaa
Yeah,
baggy
baggy
t-shirt
t-shirts.
ama ka crop top.
Then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
then you can put with a sneaker. Like,
You can wear a sneaker. Yes.
So thank you guys for coming to the show. It was nice meeting you, and I've learned more today, and my fashion ideology will change from today. I'm so excited, and I'll welcome you next in our episode because we've not exhausted everything. I know our audience are waiting for more. Karibuni sana and asanteni sana kwa kuja. Bye.
Bye.